Hello everyone, my name is Neelam Bibi. I am a PhD scholar at National Institute of Psychology, Qaid-e-Azam University, Islamabad, Pakistan. Co-author of this research is Dr. Naeem Aslam. He is an assistant professor at National Institute of Psychology, Qaid-e-Azam University, Islamabad. This research paper is first part of my PhD work entitled Caring for Carers, Predictors of Quality of Life among Family Caregivers of Spinal Cord Injury Survivors. Background: spinal cord injury is the most distressing disability known to mankind which required palliative care. Caregivers are regarded as backbone of healthcare system in palliative care. That's why they can be labeled as hidden patients after a few months of caregiving. ADLS dependency of patients on caregiver brings psychological distress among them and changes their complete life routine. Another research indicates that caregiving stress affects physical and mental health of the caregivers. According to National Spinal Cord Injury Statistical Center in the United States, individuals with spinal cord injury using assistance receive an average of 7 hours per day of help, 7 days a week. Functional dependence of patients has significant impact on caregivers' employment status and their engagement in other social, leisure, or productive activities. The most highlighted predictor of quality of life in literature is caregiver burden. Caregiver burden is a multi-dimensional construct which comprised of different types of caregiver burdens. The most commonly highlighted are caregiver objective burden and caregiver subjective burden. Caregiver objective burden includes patients' functional dependence on their caregivers for their basic activities of daily living and patients' functional dependence on their caregivers for their instrumental activities of daily living. Second type of caregiver burden is subjective burden, which includes physical burden, emotional burden, social burden, time-dependent burden, and developmental burden. Aims and objectives of the study includes to explore the relationship of objective caregiver burden and subjective caregiver burden on quality of life of caregivers of patients having traumatic spinal cord injuries, to investigate the psychosocial factors which contributes in prediction of quality of life among caregivers of survivors having spinal cord injuries. Participants: sample size comprised of 75 caregivers of traumatic spinal cord injuries. Inclusion criteria: family caregivers such as parents, spouses, children, siblings, and other relatives were included. Minimum duration of the caregiving is 1 year. Traumatic spinal cord injury caregivers whose patients have history of fall, road traffic accidents, gunshot injuries were included. Age of the caregiver is 18 or older. Exclusion criteria: formal caregivers such as doctors, nurses, and other health professionals were not included. Non-traumatic spinal cord injury caregivers whose patients have history of spina bifida, transverse myelitis, GBS, and motor neuron disease were not included in our study. Instruments: for data collection, 4 instruments were used, such as caregiver burden inventory, which is particularly adapted for caregivers of spinal cord injuries, by Coty et al. In 2018. This scale is comprised of 5 subscales such as social burden, emotional burden, physical burden, time-dependent burden, and developmental burden. Second scale which we used is modified Barthel index scale, which is used to measure patients' functional dependence on their caregivers for their basic activities of daily living. Third is Lawton instrumental activities of daily living, which is used to measure patients' functional dependence on their caregivers for their secondary activities of daily living, which are also called as instrumental activities. Fourth is WHO quality of life brief scale, which is used to measure patients' physical, psychological, social, environmental functioning. Procedure: data collection from spinal units of various hospitals and community settings. Detailed demographics were taken. Keeping in view all the ethical considerations of APA, structured interview method was used, and purposive sampling technique was applied for data collection. Now coming towards the result section. First table represents relationship between caregiver burden, such as caregiver objective burden and caregiver subjective burden, and quality of life. This table indicates that primary functional dependence and secondary functional dependence both are positively correlated with each other, and these both type of functional dependencies are also positively correlated with caregiver burden, but they are negatively correlated with quality of life. This table also indicates that caregiver burden and its subscales are significantly negatively correlated with quality of life and its subscales, such as physical health, psychological health, social functioning, and environmental functioning. Second table indicates multiple linear regression on predictors of quality of life. This table comprised of 3 models. First model indicates that different demographic variables such as caregiving hours, caregiving duration, and monthly income significantly predicts quality of life. As you can see in this table that caregiving hours and caregiving duration both significantly negatively predicts quality of life, whereas monthly income significantly positively predicts quality of life. These all demographic variables collectively adds 9% variance in our outcome variable. In model 2, you can see that duration of the injury, nature of the injury, type of the injury, and level of the injury adds 0.05, which means 5% variance in our outcome variable. Third model indicates that caregiver burden is significantly negatively related or predicts quality of life, and it adds 8% variance in our outcome variable, that is quality of life. Now coming towards conclusion, from this study you concluded that caregiver objective burden such as functional dependence of patient on caregivers and caregiver subjective burden is negatively correlated with quality of life, including physical, psychological, social, and environmental functioning of the caregivers. Psychosocial factors such as caregiving duration and caregiving hours, nature of the injury, and caregiving burden predicts quality of life of caregivers. Implications. After the study, the efficiency of the caregiving can be enhanced by improving informal healthcare system after the identification of different types of caregiver burden involved in caregiving process. Mental health professionals can provide better psychic resources to caregivers by engaging them in social support groups, respite care programs, and can teach them effective emotional regulation strategies. Now coming towards limitation of the study. In future studies, longitudinal research design can be used and multi-informant mode of data collection can be used. And other than that, mixed method approach could give in-depth understanding of caregiving phenomena in Pakistani context, which comprise of qualitative plus quantitative method of data collection. And the last limitation of the study is that self-report measures were used in our study. This is all from my side. Thank you so much, audience, for your patience and your attention.